And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Riley, Drift King, great to see you guys. And like the stream title says today, rising up. That means, yeah, I've got my new computer all set up and ready to go. I was going to stream yesterday, but yeah, I was not home. And we are out in the Freightliner FLD 120. We do have the full raised roof condo sleeper today, and we did bring out the Right Now or Maximizer trailer once again. Right now we are sitting here in Los Angeles. First run is going to be taking us over to Gallup in New Mexico. Underneath the hood, we have a Caterpillar C15, 450 horsepower, 18-speed transmission. So without any further waiting, let's climb into the truck, get it fired up, and get moving on down the road. And one quick question is, compared to the game, is my voice just a little bit too loud? I know, so I'm actually going to turn that down because it actually looks a little too loud here on my side. That should be a little bit better. Alright, so we got everything all set and ready to go here. Let's get moving. Hey Junior, how's it going today? Right now we are going to be going over to Gallup. And right now we are going to be leaving the City of Angels here, Los Angeles.
Turn left.
Yeah, I was going to go ahead and put this on like one of the mid-roofs, but I did not run a mid-roof when I drove this truck. It was pretty much a straight up flat top, and yeah, I could not get the brown color that I ran actually, so I just went ahead and put a raised roof on here just for the sake of it. And pretty much this truck is fully updated now for 135, and actually I missed it, so that's why we're running it. Yes, we are. And I kind of do have to say, this Ryzen processor is like, holy moly. Literally, I was messing around earlier, just making sure, since I'm running a water cooler, that my temps and everything are going to be in check. I'm using only 20% of the CPU, 75% of my graphics running DX11, and we get out in the middle of nowhere. My frame rates are shooting into the 190s, which is absolutely unreal.
Take the exit on the right. Navigation resumed.
Yeah, we were supposed to go that way, but guess what? I'm going over to Phoenix and then going up 17 and then hitting 40 there in Flagstaff. A little bit longer, but not that big of a deal, really.
Use the left lane.
Oh yeah, literally I spent over $1,000 getting this PC updated. And down below in the video both on Mixer and YouTube. My PC specs are now fully updated on there. So I'm not going to add a triple monitor again. I'm just going to leave the two that I've got. I really don't need a third. And the funny part, the RTX 2070 that I bought a couple weeks ago, I had bought that on sale for like $529 or something like that, or $534. Well, here it went on sale again at Best Buy, which is where I bought it at, within 2 weeks. So, I mean, I called up and say, hey, this is $30 cheaper than when I bought it. Can I get a price match? Oh, sure. So it was nice getting an additional $35 or so on my bank account today. And you guys are wondering, how in the hell did I get the new sounds of the C15 from Creechbomb's engine mod into the FLD? Very simple. I just edited some SII files and swapped the engines around. Now, and you guys are seeing that right on the wagon. We are not running chrome rims back there. We've got steel rims back there today. Yeah, I just got the base and then I got a wheel rim itself to go on this Drift King. Literally, if you want to go the cheaper option to where you can still swap out wheel rims, I'm thinking like the TS300 or whatever it is called. And otherwise, you're gonna have to buy, if you buy the base, you're gonna have to buy the wheel rim and then pedals, which might be a little bit more. You're gonna want to check prices and doing it that way, whether buying like the T300 and then adding a wheel rim, and then doing the wheel rim, wheel base, and then the pedals. Hey, Jobby, how's it going today? And thank you. Shouldn't be anything too much different.
Continue straight.
The Thrustmaster T300, I am not sure of. I know the TSPC Racer, that's going to be strictly PC, so you're not going to need this. Now the TX, if you get a TX base, that will work with the Xbox One. Thank you there, old hippie, because I was not sure. Hey, I found something else out the other day too. Actually, this was yesterday when my brother got home, and I will actually mention it to it once I see one of the trucks, because they are here in the game and what it stands for. Hey Luis, how's it going today? Great to see ya. I love myself the FLD. This was back when I drove. This was the truck that I drove. Not this specific truck, of course. I was in a flat top, not in a 72-inch condo like I am, but it's basically the exact same truck. Well, you know what I say, Drift King. If you can't find it, grind it. I'm just gonna say it because we might not even come across the company for a while. CRST, that's here in game. Actually, it's in. I actually don't have that mod installed, so actually glad I'm saying it. Do you know what that stands for? And no, it's can't remember, bleep today, or completely rebuilt Schneider truck or anything like that. Well, completely rebuilt Schneider truck is kind of on the same queue, but completely rebuilt Swift truck and completely rebuilt Swift trailer. So yeah, there's a couple of new sayings there for some company letters. Hey Ron, how's it going today? Old hippie, you might want to rethink that decision. What is your budget for a graphics card? And I'm just asking here if you maybe have like an additional $100 to spend. New England Motor Freight, really never worked for them or heard much about them, so I would not have any idea. Alright, so what I was actually thinking here, old hippie, is NVIDIA just came out with the RTX Super cards. And if you are able to find like a Founders Edition, the RTX 2060 Super, which is just under a regular RTX 2070, those are on the Founders Edition cards are $399. So if you're going for a 1660 Ti, those are running $300, $320, depending on the style of card, of course. And that would put you on par with maybe a GTX 1070, right around in that ballpark. So the difference between a GTX 1070 and an RTX 2070, at least for me, is a difference of about 25%. Now, of course, everybody, computers vary and whatnot, so I mean, what I get, you may not get.
Continue straight.
Yeah, you might actually become CPU bound if you do that. Yeah, I did not even think of what processor you had. My bad there. Doing awesome like a possum, enjoying my pretty much brand new computer. And this, if I thought my previous computer was good when I first got it, this thing, what I've got now, is blowing everything out of the water. Hey David, how's it going? And how does the stream look, guys, also? Because I did go from the X264 preset over on to NVENC. So is everything nice and clear on your side? I am doing great this evening. Hey Marty, how's it going today? Thanks for joining in. Whoops, I guess I kind of hit that bus. I didn't feel anything. You guys are wondering how I got these turn signals to go a little bit faster than what they normally are, I actually went in and edited the mod. The animations file is where that can be done. So I mean, there are instructions on how to do it. You just, since I did subscribe to this off the Steam Workshop, you basically have to know where to find the mods on your computer too. Yeah, the only thing that I did in the NVIDIA control panel is set to prefer maximum performance, and I do have triple buffering on. That is the only changes that I've made. Have a good one, Ron. Safe driving and keep the shining side up.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
And yes, the FLD that I drove did have a Caterpillar underneath the hood. However, it wasn't a C15, it was a 3406, and it was at 425 horsepower.
Straight.
And when 135 came out, I was actually missing this truck because of this being literally the, I mean, this was the truck that I drove the longest, but I have driven Mack, Volvo, Peterbilt, and a Kenworth, so pretty much the major manufacturers. But yeah, this would consider this like my baby. No, I am not. None whatsoever. Right here, since we're out in the middle of nowhere, my FPS is hovering right around 165. Now, mind you, I am running a 144 hertz gaming panel, and even though I should probably lock myself to like 60 or whatever, I'm getting no screen tearing at all. Make that 190 FPS now. And that's there's no traffic, it's nighttime, and there's literally nothing to render. A long time ago I did, Junior, and I am running the Google navigation mod off the Steam Workshop. It doesn't need updated, however. The background for the nav, that's just called Blue Navi, and that's in order to get rid of that black background screen. One of the reasons why I am going to Gallup, I'm not sure if anyone else's game did the same thing, but going through Gallup, literally my FPS would tank on for some odd reason. So I'm basically seeing, I've got an idea of where I'm normally running in the cities and whatnot. I'm going there to see how much my frame rates are actually going to tank. Yep, that's exactly what you want. Prefer maximum performance. Oh, and also, one other setting that I did change, in the NVIDIA control panel, I do have vertical sync set to off. Shaquille, you are not late. We are pretty about, say, 70% through my first run. Since I backed up my profiles, Javi, everything is right where I left everything at. But yeah, in your gameplay settings, there are a slider for suspension, truck stability, and trailer stability. I appreciate that, David. I switched encoders on my OBS also to go. I got away from X264. If NVENC, which is the NVIDIA encoder, I'm using one specifically for RTX. If it's going to be looking crystal clear to you guys at 720p, I am going to keep that, and should be at 60 FPS also. I cannot remember if I moved that down to 720p or if I, like it was, or if I bumped it back up to 1080p. So if you guys click on the cogwheel, if there's a 1080p option in there, it should give you that. Otherwise, you should just see 720. Alright, 720p, and it should be 60 FPS, so that should definitely be good for you guys. And basically, if it's looking that good, the game is actually running it in through the encoder at 1920 by 1080, and then it's downsampling to the 720, so it's actually, it shouldn't actually make 720 a little clearer than running it at 1080. Stupid AI, you really should not be jumping into the hammer lane.
Continue straight.
The only thing that I forgot to back up actually on Wednesday, when I actually had my computer up and running Wednesday without having to reinstall Windows, the only issue that I ran into was that the H100i, the Platinum that I'm running, the fans would not slow down. They would run at 100% constantly. So literally, and the Corsair software that I was running, I could not get it uninstalled, and it would not update either. So basically, I had no choice but to wipe out everything. And that is why I do not do drive-by views at night. If there was anything in there, we would have ran over it. If you guys just saw that little save icon show up behind that tornado in the upper left-hand corner, when that showed up before on my previous system, I get a little micro stutter that didn't even give phase me whatsoever. I saw nothing but butter smooth. You know the best part also, I have not even overclocked this processor as of yet. The only thing I turned on was Precision Boost Overdrive, and however, since I am running a B450 board or X450, one of the two, I for the life of me I cannot remember. This is actually last gen's boards, so the B550s aren't out till later this year. So will I update? Probably not, but I'm actually, right now I don't even see a need to overclock this processor. The only thing that is left to get is going to be an M.2 PCIe 3, since my board does not support PCIe Gen 4 like the X570s do. That's the only thing left that I'm going to be getting for this computer. And then what I will do is I'll just clone the hard drive then. Since this is a clean install, I'm not going to worry about reinstalling anything. Yeah, I literally had to save up for a while in order to get this upgraded old hippie. It was not easy to do. And I am not monetized either. As you guys can see, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I can't do super chats. I can't do sponsorships or anything like that. So basically, this came out of my own pocket. Some other YouTubers, I'm not going to mention names here, would throw up a ticker. It's like, hey, donate so I can upgrade my computer. You will never see that here.
Continue straight.
Now what I'm going to do, I haven't done it yet, but I've got a old gaming tower sitting in my spare room. What I pulled out of my system on Wednesday, I'm actually going to put in there as a backup, so I shouldn't have any issues going forward. That would be in case this system here dies, which, cross my fingers, hope to die, it doesn't. War Machine, how's it going today? Right now we are in the Freightliner FLD 120. Our cargo, let me get that pulled up here. We've got Safe Steph calcium chloride. So basically bags of salt is what we've got on the trailer.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
I don't even have that hooked up on my monitor anymore right now, Junior. Actually, if I'm gonna do that again, I think I'm gonna update the camera. Amari, how's it going today? And I too hope I'm saying your name correctly. I am doing awesome. Very busy, War Machine. My brother is home this weekend. Tomorrow I am probably not going to be streaming. I'm going to be taking a day trip down to the southern part of the state, going to the Flight 93 Memorial, and who knows what else.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Yes, this is from the Steam Workshop.
In 200 meters, turn left.
Alright, FPS-wise, sitting here in Gallup, I'm averaging range, it's bouncing around from like mid-80s to the low 100s, so yeah, I'm happy with that. This is a Caterpillar C15. And this is from Creechbomb's latest engine mod, version 2.8. I just edited around some SII files and moved it to this truck.
Turn right.
Yeah, now Lucasi is a real-life truck driver, so that's been the reason why it was delayed.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived.
Editing SII files isn't gonna do a whole lot. I always work on a backup of the mod anyway. And actually, the easy part with the Steam Workshop mods is if you screw up, you just hop in there to unsubscribe and resubscribe, and there you go, you've got a fresh mod. Hey Martin, how's it going today? Alright, let's see, what do we got here? We just hauled this here, so I'm not going to do that again. What else do we got? I did parking blocks before, red bricks. That's going right up the road. No, let's not do that. No external contracts for this trailer. Oh, that's right. It's that's only going to be for the that is only going to be for regular trailers that you get in the game. And we just left LA. I'm not going back to LA. Let's go ahead and we'll go down through the twisty turny road. We'll take parking blocks down to Tucson. That's the same as a regular truck mod War Machine. You just have to locate where the Steam mods are located at. And apparently I'm not loaded. I thought I was. If it is, Martin, it was within the last few hours or so. I was on the Steam, SCS forums earlier today, and it wasn't released then. I think it was Half-Fast Gaming that did a video here on YouTube on how to edit SAI files for engines. Yep, guess Walmart needs a whole bunch of parking blocks here. Don't ask me why. Hey Lucas, how's it going today? And we're doing awesome like a possum. It's the weekend, a little warm outside, so we got the AC going, nice and comfy. Pennsylvania.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
About the only thing I don't like on the rework of the C15 is this exterior sounds. They are not good.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
It's not hard to do, Martin. And the first time that I went through on this, I literally took step by step watching the video and went through and It worked. You just take your time and you shouldn't have any issues.
Use the right lane, then turn right. Turn right.
Literally, I do not do this inside of a truck mod anymore, specifically for this FLD, since I know what I need to get changed. I actually created a small mod for it. Literally, it's just a matter of text files. Hey Marianne, how's it going today? Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see if the Freightliner Classic that was working on like 132 or so gets updated for 1.35. Literally, out of my truck mods, that is the only one that has not been updated as of yet.
Use the left lane.
Is that John Ruda's there, old hippie?
Navigation resumed.
Yeah, I've thought about buying that, but to be honest with you, a truck mod that costs 25 bucks, which is 5 more than the base game itself, I cannot justify that. P379JP's W900 accessory mod, and then there was one for that Alan Pauly did. The one by Alan Pauly was actually the better of the two, but literally, nothing personal against him, but he was a little bit too insecure for comments. Yeah, pink glow would not be good. And anything like a pink glow like that, I've got one of my truck mods that, not a truck mod, a skin that's still doing it for some odd reason. And that normally a pink glow or a pink texture is due to it's a bad TOBJ file, basically is what it is. even P379's W900 accessory mod, it is still working. Not fully working, but it does work. Has anyone tried his 389 that he did? I mean, Martin, you had mentioned something about not buying it. Welcome back, War Machine.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right.
P379's JP,
Take the exit on the right.
the W900 accessories mod that's on the Steam Workshop, it has abandoned after it. It still partially works. It doesn't fully work though.
Turn left.
And I have used it. Pendragon's SCS extra truck parts still also works, but it does do some funny things.
Continue straight.
Then you're probably talking about the one that Alan Polly did, just called W900 Accessories. And he had the backup cab lighting on there, along with some, had like a painted whale tail that you could put on the truck also.
Continue straight.
The FLD is off the Steam Workshop. This is nostalgia for me. I actually drove this truck, not a 72-inch raised roof sleeper like we have, or the condo is what they called it back then. I was in a flat top. Yes, it is nice and sunny outside, but it's a pain in the butt to see in this truck depending on where the sun is at. Haven't been through here in ages. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Let's hope I don't hit anything. I'm hoping my chat did not break. I know the last time that I had to reinstall OBS and restream, my chat kept breaking. Yes, it is working. Thank you there, old hippie. And I just didn't see anything for like 7 minutes, and it's like, okay. And every time that happened previously, my chat had broke on me, especially on a new install, so that's why I was a little worried. I guess they weren't. Maybe their jaw is dropped open because we're going through the Salt River Canyon here. one thing I did notice about the C15 though is the turbo whistle is a lot more prevalent in this than it was previously. Yes, I did. That was, needless to say, speechless. There is no way that you are going to get a virus downloading a mod from Steam. Trust me, you cannot put in executable or anything other than the proper file structure and files themselves into the workshop. Oh, I'm sure they're there. The funny part was you get into the later in the thread. I think it was on one of the pages. He had mentioned something about his antivirus, saying it was this specific mod, and it's like, I mean, how in the heck is an antivirus going to tell you what? It was going to tell you a file. It may give you a file location. Maybe that's what he intended to say. But if he got it from a third-party site also, I mean, you don't download crap from a third-party site. I mean, I don't. I used to, not anymore.
Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left. Use the right lane, then turn right. Turn right.
And the only place that I normally download mods from is the SES forums, the Steam Workshop, and then also some mod creator websites like Grimes or JazzyCat. But anything on the SES forums, even a mod creator website, I scan everything before I even open it. And you cannot ever be too safe these days. Are you using the free version of Motherboard, or are you using a paid version? Now, by chance, are you getting like a notice about a PUP or a PUP? Because there was another thread that was in the Steam discussions about where to download mods from, and someone had mentioned about a PUP, so I think we were both reading the same thread, or that was your comment that I was saying.
Use the right lane, then turn right. Turn right.
I do know I've got AdBlock Plus again on my, I use Firefox, I don't use Chrome or anything, but I noticed there I did have to download the update for the KW100E. It was like, there were 2 updates back-to-back days, and the second day I didn't do it because that was Wednesday. I was starting to redo my computer, so I did that Wednesday night once I got my computer up and running. And after I put in AdBlock Plus again, I noticed the pop-ups were, well, at least one was coming through onto a new tab. It's like every single time. So I got to figure out what the hell is going on there. I don't get ads on YouTube or anything like that. I never did when using it. I just don't want any pop-ups at all.
Use the left lane. right. Take the exit on the right. Turn right. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived.
Hey, nice and straight back in. Works for me. And it might be nothing to where there just might be something off in the coding that's throwing that to where it's Malwarebytes is saying something is wrong when there might not be anything wrong. I mean, it's tough to say. Alright, what we did, since we have to back in this way, I went ahead and put up that forward axle. Otherwise, if you tried to do this in the real world, your trailer would literally be skipping across the tarmac here, which is not a good thing. Alright, we're probably not going to get anything going out of Walmart. Oh, we are. Okay. Pine bark mulch to Stockton. Or should we go ahead and take that to Yuma? I say let's take this to Yuma over to Phanteks. Got to be there tonight, so let's go ahead and get that done. I have pulled quite a bit of this stuff when I was pulling skateboard back in the day. So much fun. And the funny part was a shipper tried to double stack one of those onto my trailer. It's like, hell no, you're not. And you're talking about bags. I don't care if they were shrink wrapped and whatnot. You're not double stacking something that unstable onto my trailer. Hell no. Hey Miles, how's it going today? Yeah, but could it be a false warning?
Navigation resumed.
Nope, I did not miss my turn, guys. I'm going up here to the fill me up. I've got to get myself some go-go juice.
Navigation resumed.
Yeah, I just wonder if that is a false positive, but I'm not going to say for certain. Definitely do your due diligence as you have been.
Meters, turn left. Turn left. Turn right. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. Use the left lane. Continue straight. Use the left lane.
Very well could be a tracking cookie. But how a tracking cookie can throw something like that into a pop-up, I have no idea. if I ever got something like that on my computer, it's like, your girlfriend's gonna be mad at for playing this game. No, she's not, because I don't have a girlfriend.
Use the left lane. Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
Yeah, I wish this exterior sound would be different. I do not like this. And it's like a whole bunch of static to me. I'm going to be very curious once we get the Lone Star, when that truck is made in the real world or manufactured, there's only one engine available for it, and that is a Cummins X15. I mean, and I sure the hell hope if we get an LT or something like that, they do not put that stupid Max Force engine in from the ProStar days. Talk about a hunk of junk.
Continue straight.
And I think one of the first trips that I am going to take once we get Utah later this year, and we're going to either start out in Los Angeles or San Diego. First run is going to go into either St. George, which is just going to be across the border. We'll run up 15 all the way from Southern California, or go up to like Salt Lake City. I'm still watching my FPS counter. I have it in the upper left side of my screen. You guys can't see it even on the stream or not. That's specifically what I can see. It hasn't got to 200 FPS as of yet, The closest we got was 197. Now, if we go up to the middle of Nevada, literally looking at nothing but desert, I'm sure we'll break 200. What do you mean they're away? Oh, what am I using? If you're asking computer specs, take a look in below the video description. I've got all my updated specs down in there. Hey, Mr. Blue Jeans, how's it going? Truck, we are in the FLD 120. Unless you are going to be talking, Mr. Blue Jeans, you do not even need to have a second monitor or a microphone or anything like that. Zach, yes, I've got it fully assembled. Roger that. Oh yeah, I built this myself. The first computer that I got, I will say, was a pre-built. I pretty much took that out of the HP case because it was an HP Omen that I bought, I'm not gonna lie. Took that out of the HP Omen case because there was absolutely no airflow inside there, and literally the computer would have been dead in about a year time. So I transferred it into another case. Then I bought a new case, moved everything over into there, and that was 2 years ago. And on Wednesday, over the course of the last month or so, I spent quite, adding everything up, probably $1,200–1,300 on getting the computer upgraded to what I currently have. Underneath the hood, no, this is a Caterpillar C15. I did some SII file editing. This is from Kriechbaum's 2.8 mod. I've just went ahead and made a mod so it can be used in this truck.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, I switched a couple of things around on the stream. I was using X264 for the encoder. I actually switched to the NVENC encoder for NVIDIA RTX, and from what people I had asked earlier, they said everything looks crystal clear.
Use the right lane, then turn right. Turn right.
I hop on every now and then. It's not a common occurrence, and if I'm on there, I'm only really doing a couple of loads to kill some time. I know I did say before that I was gonna do a multiplayer stream. I do need to get a day and a route set up for that. Basically, it's not gonna be this weekend. I don't have the time to do it. Just keep an eye out when I am going to be doing a multiplayer stream. I will have the stream info and all that set onto my page beforehand. Yeah, I did hop down a couple of times to see what that was like. You get around some of those areas in Washington with people who don't know how to drive. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. I had a guy in front of me. I'll use this as an example. The first time that I got on the multiplayer after it switched to simulation based, I had the guy try in front of me basically, and he stopped on the right hand side of the road and then started doing a U-turn. So I went by him with the horn blown because he wouldn't stop, and he said in chat, "Why the hell didn't you wait for me? I had the right of way." It's like, don't think so, but whatever.
You have arrived.
Yeah, I tried to do that once. That was a disaster. Now, granted, I had one of the forest machinery trailers behind me, which probably wasn't the best thing to take up there. Well, that was my first trip taking a heavy haul up that mountain, and I cut one corner and literally got myself stuck. And I knew I was stuck. I wasn't gonna sit there and try to finagle myself around or anything. I just F7'd and abandoned the load then. Oh, not at all, Zach. Ever took a look at Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer? Yeah. If you think we don't know how to drive, you should see some of those guys. Alright, that's 3 runs here with the FLD. Did you guys want me to bring out the K100? And it's going to be the same truck that I basically ran the other day. And I actually feel like running a little bit old school right now, so let's go ahead. Actually, I'm going to relocate this truck to Yuma, so that way it's there. There we go, and now we can drive it. And one thing I am going to do here is I am going to swap out the engines. So even this has the older Cat C15 in it. I'm going to go ahead and drop in a come apart N14. Oh, this put me all the way back up to Eugene. Okay, no big deal. The truck I located to Yuma, I just didn't, I didn't move myself down there. That's what I had to do. Alright, let's drop that come apart in here. And we're going to keep it realistic. We'll drop in a 525. And the interior, I've got this beige in here. White, no, let's... And there's no green. Oh, they got teal? Alright, we're putting teal only to match the outside of the truck. Alright, and the trailer, we're still going to be using the maximizer. Oh, okay, that's why. Dismiss, use. And I shouldn't be on any loads, I'm not, which is good. Okay, apparently I cannot teleport myself. Let's gonna have to dismiss this and bring this up to Eugene then. This way we can haul some logs. That works for me. Oh, I know. I've got a very bad feeling here with this maximizer. I forgot with the way that that trailer is arced. I believe with advanced trailer coupling enabled, I'm probably not going to get underneath the trailer.
Turn left, then turn right. You have arrived. Turn right.
Yeah, we're gonna try, but I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, it's not. We're gonna have to go ahead and turn that off. Alright, that's good. Let's go, let's pick some logs up. How about that? I think if we got logs here. How about that? No logs, but, let's go ahead and take a coil instead. Go over to Pendleton. Works for me. Yeah, don't ask me how many times I loaded coil suicide on my wagon when I was pulling skateboard. personally would rather have them loaded shotgun. It was easier. But with the places that we went to with their indoor cranes, they specifically requested that coils be loaded suicide. Because it's just easier for them to get off the trailer that way instead of having them loaded shotgun. Yeah, I don't care if the speed limit's 45, we're doing 55.
Use the left lane. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived.
Okay, and yeah, we're gonna go around to get into there. Oh, Coda, you nearly had that. Now I got it. Yeah, longer the better for you, if I remember correctly, Zach. Yep, they good old loaded it suicide.
Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
This background here, that's from the Christmas delivery. But in order to change that underneath your gameplay, your desktop background theme will be right up here on the top. So that was from one of the Christmas. This was a reward from this past Christmas. It's called like First Class, the Aqueduct Sunset. That was another reward. Yeah, snap binders were easier, but I only had 2 of those. Most of my binders were ratchet binders, and they literally took twice as long in order to secure a load that way instead of using snap binders. And these 2 lights are not timed. We're gonna have fun. What I may have to do is, if it will allow me, since it didn't before, teleport myself over onto the get on so we can get going instead of sit here and wait, because this guy's not gonna move again. Oh, there he goes. I'm not sure what the hell his problem is, but we'll sit in the intersection. I don't give a damn.
Turn left.
Yeah, and I'm not going to cheat with this truck and put in onboard computer. The only thing that we're going to have there is the navigation, because those you can pretty much add those to anything. But onboard computers, nope, not doing it.
Use the left lane, then take the exit on the left. Take the exit on the left.
Hey Daniel, how's it going today?
Use the left lane.
The past couple years we've always got a Christmas event. The Big Sur landslide, when they opened up California 1 again, we actually had an event here in game to move the debris and everything out. So, and if we reached the goal, then they would reopen the road. Well, literally the goal was reached within 2 days of when they started the event. But literally, it could be any time, War Machine, but you can guarantee on one around Christmas. I mean, you may be able to find one, someone may trade with you, I have no idea. The events are kind of fun. Normally when events happen, for those who do play multiplayer, it may take a day or two for them to update so you can actually do the event in multiplayer. The funny part, when they did the Big Sur landslide removal, you did not want to be anywhere near California 1. From what I understand, when that happened, there were traffic jams that were 2+ hours long. And then the area itself, they had to build a road around because of unnecessary traffic that would go through the area. Ah, crap. I missed my turn off. Seeing that you can't use mods in multiplayer, so literally stuck with, not that it's bad, but stuck with bass sounds and things like that, and that's not so much a deal breaker for me, but I don't like it. Not a problem at all, David. Alright, let's not screw up again.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right.
Yes, ma'am, we're gonna follow you this time.
Take the exit on the right.
Oh yeah, they are. I am enjoying this. It literally just added another level of gameplay and visualization for me. Hey Dominique, how's it going today? What's up? Actually outside the sun and clouds. No rain, thank the Lord. For today, we're grabbing gears and hauling freight. Yeah, the next step will be a 1440p monitor, or maybe even 4K.
Use the right lane. Use the left lane.
Yeah, both the monitors on my desk right now are both 144 hertz. My main monitor, the 27-inch Acer, that is G-Sync certified for, even though it has FreeSync, so that is a huge plus. I mean, I will be dead honest with you, War Machine. Most human eyes, you are not able to see past 60 FPS. So it's more for those who are FPS shooters. I mean, yeah, FPS matters for them. But here in the game, if anyone's going to be running FPS like I am, and maybe this will be a knock to me, it's showing your E-ping, basically. And SCS needs to fix that right there. The cars literally stopping on the entries into the way stations. We've got the come apart N14 underneath the cap right now, so at least for jake brake wise, it's the most realistic sounding one, at least for me. Now the new C15 isn't bad, at least on interior side. That sounds actually a whole lot better than the first one that we've had. And I just want realistic sounds, and I hope that they are in the Lone Star once that truck gets released. No, this is this engine that I'm running in the K100 is included with the truck. However, the Creechbomb's engine mod version 2.8, you can get that from the SCS forums. Yeah, most times I can't even see how many people are watching. People are constantly joining and leaving. No, even your most popular streamers, it literally can happen by the hundreds. No, I am not using an add-on mod at all. We're still on the march for 1,000. I mean, I am quite surprised that I've got over 900 subscribers. I mean, would it be nice to have more? Yeah, but I'm not going to be begging for it. If people want to subscribe, so be it. If not, they unsubscribe, hey, that's fine too. I have said this a whole lot of times that I do not stream for the money, never have, and never will. Yeah, I was wondering if that's the one that you were referring to.
Use the right lane, then take the exit on the right. Take the exit on the right.
Hey Rohan, holy moly, it's been forever. How you been, man?
Turn right. meters, turn right.
I'm doing awesome like a possum. Literally putting the screws to a new computer that I built on Wednesday.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Hey, Flyman, how's it going? Great to see ya.
Turn right.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that's specifically true, Flyman. I did have a donation ticker up on my page one time previously, and it was literally to get a TrackIR. I mean, and I did get one donation, basically, and it was for a little more than quarter of the cost, maybe a third of the TrackIR, and literally after that I shut the donations off and then paid for everything, the rest, out of my own pocket. Look at that, we got it suicide here and we did not have the 45,000 pound coil come running through the cab. Thank the Lord. Alright, I'm gonna take one more run here, and where the hell are we gonna go? We're not going back the exact same way, so let's go out of here and see what else we got here in Pendleton. Ooh, lots of good stuff here. Yakima is too short. There we go, let's take some pipes from Schnitzer going up to Evraz in Spokane. That works for me. Look below the video, Rohan, and you'll see my new specs. I mean, that's not bad, old hippie. It depends on what model of monitor. Definitely do some research before you start deciding on one. I mean, I picked up a 27-inch 144 hertz panel for $200. So, I mean, you can get deals out there.
Turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. In 200 meters, turn left.
I've only had that for not even 2 weeks yet. It is doing awesome.
You have arrived.
The biggest expense was the graphics card, of course. That cost me over $500. $200 for the Ryzen 3600. Bought the Corsair H100i Platinum, the 240. That was $150. Motherboard was $100. I did get new RAM. That was another $85 or so. Literally well over $1,000. Going how much more than that, I'm not sure as of yet. Yeah, we're running over that. I don't care. Yeah, I will not beg for donations. A recent one, as I said, I'm not going to mention names because I'm not going to make bad blood, but someone with 30,000 subscribers literally has more than enough to buy a $500 TSPC racer. Literally, his viewers paid for everything from donations. Now, he wasn't begging for it, but yeah. And people just dropping money, it's like, yeah, so be it. If it happens, it happens. I mean, I do have a link down there for those if they want to donate. Is it a requirement? Hell no, and it never will be. Alright, and then we'll kind of like play along here at RP. We're stopping and getting our paperwork after we get scaled. Alright, now we can get the hell out of here.
Turn left.
I haven't hit 200 FPS as of yet. I mean, if I want to, I'm sure I can teleport myself to the middle of Nevada and get it done.
Turn left.
Yeah, closest I've got so far during this stream was 197. Out in the middle of nowhere on DX11 in Nevada, I was getting 140s, 150s. If I was lucky, maybe 160. But I hit 197 in a small barren part of Arizona. And right now here in Oregon, heading over here to go across the bridge into Kennewick, right now I'm currently running 125.
Take the exit on the right.
Literally this performs 1.5 times better than my 7700. This chip is amazing. Right now, definitely, yeah, go with Ryzen better than Intel. I mean, Intel, depending on what Ryzen chip. If you're gonna be comparable, if you take the 3900 and 3900X and compare it to the 9900, it's hit or miss on what is going to be getting. Dead straight gameplay, Intel is still going to be king. But if you are doing gameplay and streaming, you're going to want to go with Ryzen. Before you make that decision, Flyman, check with your motherboard manufacturer to see if they have an updated BIOS for the Ryzen 3000 chips. If they don't, you're pretty much stuck having to buy a new motherboard then. I haven't even tried to overclock this as of yet. Seeing that I've got a all-in-one liquid cooler, I could probably get 3839 out of this without any issues. Productivity-wise, AMD is blowing Intel out of the water. Now, the new Coffee Lake CPUs that are coming from Intel, they're still going to be on, they're still trying to get 10 nanometer going. And here AMD is already on 7. Oh, you car, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, AMD chips are a hell of a lot cheaper than Intel. Now, if the new chips from Intel, the Coffee Lake, they're probably going to be pretty much very close on the same core count as what AMD chips are currently. All the processors will have hyper-threading, but your K SKUs, of course, are going to be able to be clocked a little higher, and you're still going to pay more for it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Use the left lane.
And the Ryzen 5 3600 is basically going after the 9600 from Intel, and this is blowing it out of the water. Because the 9600, unless you get the K SKU, does not have hyper-threading.
Navigation resumed.
Yeah, definitely do your due diligence in regards to research. I mean, I did, and I was ready to drop 1,000 plus and get my system updated. love it. Only needing to drop a half gear going up that little grade there. Perfect. Oh yeah, I still work for Amazon. Still about, the last I knew I had 917, so I'm still 80, right around 80 short. I do not play that at all, Flyman. The funny part, until GTM's emergency vehicles mod gets updated, you will know which vehicles are gonna be the slick tops. They don't have wheels on them until you start getting close to them. Chris, how's it going?
Use the left lane.
Whoops, made that move a little bit too early. I still do not know Washington as of yet. Here I am thinking I was getting off at that exit. Nope. Doing awesome like a possum. Have a good one, Flyman. Really putting the screws to the pretty much my brand new computer setup. And just single player earlier, this was like early this afternoon, I was using 20% of my CPU and 75% of graphics. And that was without streaming, but seeing that basically Ryzen is very good when it comes to multitasking like that, I should not have any issues.
Turn left.
Have a good one there, old hippie. Catch you on the flip-flop. That was done by Galamum. He's also did the VNR and then also the LT that we just got recently.
straight. Continue straight. Use the left lane, then turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, he did the CHU fix also. He already did the 880, I believe also. I believe there's a thread for that already in the SCS forums. Have a good one, Rohan. Hopefully we'll catch you on the next one.
In 200 meters, turn left. Turn left. Then turn left. Turn left. You have arrived.
I am going to jump on out of here for this Friday evening, guys. I do want to thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed and you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Then enable notifications by clicking on that gray bell. That way you do get an email every time I do go live. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday nights. And as always, keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.